The Tigers have had it very rough this year after a pretty good start to the year, all things considered. We were like 12-13 or 12-12 at some point, but now we're 14-31 at the bottom of the AL Central, and now we face the Royals, who are 10 games below 500 here on the road at Kauffman Stadium. Lyles gets the start today, boasting a sub-3 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP, but only 3-4. As just like us, the Royals offense has not been very good this season. Baddoo takes ball one here on the first pitch. The count goes 2-1, and he swings through the sinker. They're in the zone for a 2-2 count. There's ball 3. And Baddoo opens the game against Lyles with the walk here in the first game of the series. That'll bring up Riley Green as he strikes through this one upstairs, and Baddoo steals second. Next pitch, Riley Green strikes out. Low fastball, got the bottom of the zone. Baddoo at second, 1-2 count for Meadows, grounded to second base, but Michael Massey can't get him out in time, so runners at the corners with one out. We go to Kerry Carpenter, who actually is our top RBI leader with 32, and actually is towards the top of the AL as well, as he is batting cleanup, but he does check swing there for an out, and then Eric Haas is caught looking after an 0-2 count. End of the top of the first as we go to school ball for this game. Definitely not doing as well as I want him to be as our hopeful ace, but 4.66 ERA, I want to get that a bit down, but he hasn't been bad this year as Bobby Witt chops it and grounds out. Maikel Garcia under this one into left field. Kerry Carpenter's there, and he makes the grab for out number 2. Then he passed Quintino up in the count. Base hit between first and second. He gets on base. That brings up cleanup hitter Salvador Perez. Popping out to center field. Riley Green has to come a long way over to it, and he just barely gets there. Top of the second, 2 outs for Navigato as he reaches and gets that one into right field for a base hit. He chased the fastball outside. That brings up Maton, and he is caught looking. We cannot bring him home. We go, bottom second. 2 outs for Drew Waters and 1 guy on. And he rips this one to Navigato, flip over to Scope, and there's the force out at second. We go top 3, 1 out for Riley Green. 0-2 count. Backwards K for Lyles. And then striking through it is Austin Meadows. Couple of strikeouts for Lyles early on. We go to the 4th. Haas once again down on strikes looking. We go bottom 4, no outs for Franmil Reyes. Man on first, double play ball. Scope flips it to Navigato over to first. The 4-6-3 double play. Next batter, Edward Olivares. Rips it. That's going to get down for a hit in center field. Green is there. He makes the throw to second, and Olivares is heading there, but he's way too late. The throw is just way on line. What was Olivares thinking here? That was nowhere near close. Full count for Massey, though, in his second at-bat. And he is caught on strikes looking. He thought he had the walk, but the slider upstairs just clipped the corner. And now Waters in front. He's down. 2 batters later, we got Bobby Witt up at the plate. 2-1 count. Into left field. Will it get down? Yes. Just before Carpenter's glove could reach. And a couple runners on for Maikel Garcia. And he went around. And the inning ends. Good day for both pitchers so far. We go top 6. Baddoo striking out, trying to chase the fastball on the away corner. Vinny Pasquantino at the plate now. Ripping this one for his 3rd hit of the day. That'll get down for extras. And he will head all the way to second base for a stand-up double to lead off the 6th. Count runs full for Salvi Perez. Trying to bring home Pasquantino. Belting this one, but Carpenter's there in left field for the first out. And Pasquantino rolls up to third. So 1 out, man on third for Reyes. Fastball on the edge. Strike number 2. 2-2 count. Similar spot. Got him looking at the slider. Trying to get himself out of a bit of a jam. Grounded to Navigato. The throw to first is on line. And Screwball keeps it 0-0. Top of the 7th. 0-2 count for Carpenter. He strikes out. Next batter, Eric Haas. Grounded up the middle for a base hit. That's his first. Then Miggy next up. 2-2 count for him. Grounded short. The throw to second and to first. Inning over. Clean day for Lyles so far. And Screwball stays in here in the 7th, trying to get through a few more innings perhaps, as Massey grounds out to Scope at second base. That brings up Drew Waters, 0 for 2 so far, popping out to Eric Haas. The catch is made, 2 outs. That brings up Nate Eden, 0-2. He's hit by a pitch, but he went around, he's out. You don't see that very often, and Screwball still puts together another nice inning. We go to the 8th. Scope, extra base hit into left field corner. And he will roll around first into second base for a stand-up double to lead off the inning. Fantastic job. Could this lead to something for the Tigers? Well, it just might, as Lyles' day is done. Thanks to Jonathan Scope. They will go to Amir Garrett out of the bullpen. 21 innings so far, 4.7 ERA. Veerling comes in to pinch run for Scope. Navigato at the plate, 1-2. He is down. The slider up and in, got him. Big chance for Nick Maton, and he makes the most of it. Base hit to right field. Veerling rounds third, heading for home, and the Tigers score first. 1-0 here in the 8th. Great job. Nick Maton responsible for the RBI. We go bottom 8. Bobby Witt at the plate. Skying this one to left field. Carpenter is there for out number 1. Screwball still stays in, trying to keep his shutout going. Markel Garcia, though, grounds this one to right field with the full count. That brings up Pascantino. Rip to right field. Meadows, what is he doing? That's got to be a line out. But in the replay, he made a slight wrong reaction. He was going backwards at first and then realized that it's going to land before his feet. So that's on him. And that's going to end Screwball's day. A mistake by Austin Meadows in right field. And now we're also in danger. Rosenthal checks in. Hasn't really pitched hardly at all this year, but when he has, he's been, decent, I guess. But runners at the corners. Salvi Perez lines out to Mickey, who steps on the bag. A rare double play. And we escape a jam here in the 8th to keep our lead 1-0. Meadows leads off the 9th, and he rips it to right field. That one's a moonshot, and it's gone. A solo insurance run for Austin Meadows, who has been our hottest batter the last couple of weeks. And you're seeing why right here. 368 feet, his 5th on the season, and hopefully there's more to come there. Because if nobody else can step up, we need him to. Next batter's Kerry Carpenter. 2-1 counts. Flare into left field, but it's right at Reyes. And that brings in Matt Whistler. So Rosenthal takes the seat. And Whistler has only pitched 12 innings as well. So seeing some action from bullpen guys who have not played a whole lot. And he walks Reyes, who leads off the 9th. Olivares next up 2-0 in the count. Ball 3 upstairs. Massey on deck. 3-0 pitch low. And he gets on base too. So 2 runners on, no outs. And Gavin Cross comes in to pinch run for the Royals. Michael Massey at the plate. Bunted down the third base line. Maton's there. The throw to first is on line. And the runners advance. That brings up Drew Waters. 0 for 3 so far today. Striking through the slider. 2 outs. 2-1 pitch to Nate Eaton out in front of the slider low. The count goes 2-2. Whistler trying to put him away to get Detroit the win. And he does! The two-seamer up and in, got him to swing, and the Tigers win 2-0, a shutout victory for Screwball, Rosenthal, and Whistler. Great job by the pitching staff today. Screwball pitched very well in this one. No runs allowed, 7.1 innings, had 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks. But he kept the Royals in check, and he got the win. Lyles got the loss after having a really good day. But the bullpen came in, had a couple of, issues there, but Whistler ends up with the save, and Rosenthal pitched very well as well. So a really good pitching day, and that is what it takes to beat another bad team. That'll take us to Game 2 against the Crowns here on the road. A win for the Tigers means a series win, which means the first series win in the calendar month of May here in 2023. We have not won a series, and we are over halfway through the month. As Baddoo pops out on the very first pitch against Brad Keller, who gets the start for the Royals today. Next batter, Riley Green, as he flies out to left field. Framil Reyes comes over, and he's under it for out number 2. Meadows batting third, and he's hit by a pitch in the left thigh. He will get on base. That brings up Kerry Carpenter, and he grounds it to second. Easy out, and a clean 3 right here for Keller. And Turnbull gets the start for us after a 4-0 start. He's now 4-4, but he's still been probably our best pitcher. It's between him and Screwball, at least for our starters. And he faces Bobby Witt, who did not make the first at-bat easy whatsoever. It was very difficult for Turnbull. And you can see that the pitch count is already just climbing with not a single out there. There's pitch number 8. Pitch number 9 fouled off. Now full count, pitch 10. Got a hold of it, did Bobby Witt. Carpenter coming over, back at the wall, and he makes the grab as he runs into the fence. But a first out that took a while. Next up, Nicky Lopez, and he is walked with that inside fastball. That brings up Salvador Perez, ripped left center gap, and that gets down for extras. Lopez rounding third, heading for home, and just like that, the RBI double puts the Royals on the board. Not even through the first inning for Spencer Turnbull. Next up, Olivares. That gets down for a hit into left field. Carpenter makes the throw. Haas tries to swipe for the tag, but Perez slides in there head first, and it's 2-0. Look how close this throw and tag was. It was a great job by Carpenter, and Haas was just almost there. Just a second too late is the throw. So close. We go bottom 2 and 2 outs for Gavin Cross. That one gets over Navigado's head into the left center gap again, and it's going to be extras once more for Kansas City. So Cross on second, Witt at the plates. Ripped left center gap, that will get down this time for Bobby Witt, and the Royals tack on one more. That's already 2 runs scored with 2 outs in each of the first 2 innings as Witt gets to third for a triple. Pasquantino strikes out here, bottom 3. So at least something's going right for Turnbull as he gets Perez looking at strike number 3 here too. Next up, Olivares. 2 outs. Grounder up the middle. He will reach as Navigado's slide cannot block the ball from getting past him. Reyes next up. Down the right field line, that's a base hit, and it's going to be extras. Meadows gets there fairly late. And that is run number 4 for the Royals. Another RBI double. Things just are not going right. Turnbull having some issues early on. There's a second look, as that was clearly a fair ball. We go top of the 4th, and Meadows is hit again. You're kidding. What does Brad Keller have against Austin Meadows? I don't know. But Haas almost went around, but he is called for ball 4, so he gets on 2. For Miggy, 1 out. And that is off the glove of Lopez at third base. Witt makes the throw to first. Miggy's out, but the runners do advance. So Meadows and Haas are on, 2 outs, and Scope at the plate. The low and inside fastball got him, and the Tigers leave 2 on in scoring position. Down 4-0, we go top of the 5th, 2 outs. Baddoo lines it over the head of Michael Massey into right field. He gets on base. Riley Green next up into center field. He gets on. And Baddoo holds at second base. Meadows trying to have an actual at-bat here, but Keller just won't let him. The 3rd time he has been hit by a pitch. You better charge the mound next time he does that. We go to Kerry Carpenter, though, batting cleanup. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Have to make something out of this. Carpenter swings on the inside slider into shallow center. And we just can't capitalize on these base hits, these walks. We just can't make the most of it. Olivares leads off the 6th with a base hit. And he will get on base. Casey Mize now in for the Tigers. He faces Reyes as he gets a hold of this one. The left center gap, they love this spot. At the warning track, it bounces off the wall. And that is a 5th run scored by the Royals. The 2nd RBI double of the day for Franmil Reyes. Trying to get his bat hot, and he's doing a good job of it here. 2 outs later, Gavin Cross is up. He flies out to Riley Green here in center field, who's under it, and the 6th inning ends, but all of a sudden we're down by 5, and we have nothing on the board to show for it. Bobby Witt grounds this one to Navigado. The throw pulls Miggy off the bag. Here to lead off the 7th. So the fielding's not helping either. That brings up Nicky Lopez, who gets this one into left field, and Witt gets around second into third base as he was already heading for second prior to the pitch. At the corners are runners for Pasquantino, and that one's gone. No doubter. And now it's 8-0. Pasquantino has had a really good series so far, not even through 2 games, but had 3 hits in the first game, and now a homer, his 6th of the year in Game 2 of the series, and it's looking really bad for the Tigers in this game. I don't see this team pouring on 8 runs or more in 2 innings. We just don't do that. Riley Green leads off the 8th for the Tigers. This one is going, curving around the foul pole, and that one's gone for his first home run of the season. It took him this long. 46 games for Green to hit his first home run. He's played every single game. He has not sat a single damn one. So finally, something goes right for us, but this game's a lost cause. It's over. We lose 8-1. Green responsible for the only run for us. Brad Keller gets the win after another great pitching day from the Royals. That's 2 in a row for them. And Turnbull gets his 5th loss of the year. He started the year 4-0, and now he's 4-5. 4 runs allowed in the first 3 innings, and his day was done. Riley Green homered for the first time this year. He goes 2 for 4 in this game. Pasquantino, another good day for him. And this series is all now tied up. So now it's time for Game 3, and whoever wins this game wins the series. Detroit took Game 1, and the Royals took Game 2 in very impressive fashion. 8-1 scoreline. And it's Brady Singer who gets the start today for the Royals, as he will face off against the leadoff batter Akil Baddoo. 1-2 pitch on the way. Right to Singer. Ground out for out number 1. Riley Green next up, and he grounds it right past third base in the left field for an extra base hit. And he will get into second base for a double. So an early chance for the Tigers. Meadows grounds it. Diving play by Garcia over to first. What a play. Green gets to third base, but a big second out right there. With Kerry Carpenter at the plate, but he chases the outside sinker. And just like that, the Tigers leave another guy on base here in the series. Witt leads off for Kansas City. and he flies out to Carpenter in left field. It's Matthew Boyd starting today for the Tigers. Trying to get some more action for him as Garcia chased the fastball outside. He's down on strikes. Pasquantino flies out as Meadows makes a fantastic diving play. That's got to be the best defensive play this season for the Tigers. At least that we have seen here in the series so far. Look at this. Amazing job. And he's not really known for his fielding. They go bottom of the second with Perez leading off, and he belts this one to the center field. And that's going to get down, and he will roll his way over to second as Green can't even get to the ball. It's Meadows instead who makes the throw. A leadoff stand-up double for Salvador Perez. Reyes, 0-2 hole, and that one goes to the left center gap. Perez heading home, and he will score the first run for the Royals as they will strike first for the second game in a row. An RBI single for Reyes, who has played very well here in this series. A scope behind the back flip to Navigado, but he pulls Miggy off the bag. We've seen a couple of errors from Navigado so far. That's probably going to count as one maybe, but he was making a spinning throw. The 2-1 pitch to Massey is grounded past Maton at third base. Olivares heading for third. Rounding it, heading for home. The throw by Navigado is not in time. And the Royals tack on one more. Just cannot avoid these slow starts, except for Screwball, who has usually gotten off to a good start. The rest of our pitchers really have not, as Riley Green gets on base off of Singer. Baddoo reached on a infield single previously, so 2 runners on for Meadows. But he flies out to center field. And the catch is made by Waters to end the inning. We go top of the fourth. 3-1 count for Haas. And he belts this one to left field. That one is corked and gone. A no-doubter that will cut the Royals' lead in half. 413 feet for Eric Haas, his 8th on the season. And we take whatever runs we can get. Because my word, this offense is terrible. 3-0 pitch to Navigado, and he will take the walk to lead off the 5th against Brady Singer. Maton, an 0-2 hole, and he strikes out looking. The slider just sat in there at the bottom of the zone. Riley Green with 2 outs off of the third base bag, popped it up, and he's going to be safe at first. You don't see that very often. But this one literally ricocheted off the front of the bag and went sky high. Second look. And just enough time for Green to safely get onto first base. So he's on. We got 2 men on. And Meadows grounds out to Pasquantino, who just steps on the bag. Once again, leaving runners on. We just can't help ourselves. 2 outs for Reyes here in the bottom of the 6th. And he is way ahead of the fastball. And that'll end the inning. At least Matthew Boyd's pitching fairly well. As Jonathan Scope draws the walk to lead off the 7th here against Singer, who's going to stay in. But now Garrett checks in after that. And it's Navigado who gets it down for an extra base hit to right field. An opposite field hit, and that will allow Scope to get home. And we have just tied the game up at 2 runs apiece. The first RBI double in the career of Navigado, and just his 2nd RBI of the entire season since he got called up. Next up, Nick Maton, but he strikes out in 3 pitches. Then Akil Baddoo, and he went around on the fastball inside. Riley Green in an 0-2 hole, and he is caught looking at the slider. Amir Garrett came in and got things done after allowing the RBI double. Olivares, though, leads off the 7th, striking through the circle change. 1 out later, it's Drew Waters. And he flies out right to Riley Green in center field as he takes him back a few feet shy of the warning track. We're going to the 8th as Chapman checks in for the Royals. Kerry Carpenter swings to the high heater for out number 2 here in the 8th. Next up, Eric Haas, full count, and he takes the walk. Outside slider was not going to give chase there, as Miggy hits a base hit into center field. Haas gets to second, and he will stay there. Scope at the plate again, and he hits this one to right field. Coming over is Olivares making the grab, and we once again leave runners on. Unable to make things count. Pasquantino grounds out here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, and we're going to the 9th with a tie ball game, 2-2. Vierling comes into pinch hit in place of Navigado. 1-0 count. There's strike 1. Outside is the curveball. 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. And he went around. Low and away was the breaking ball, but Vierling couldn't help himself. Nick Maton next up, under it into left field. Catch made by Reyes. 1 out left for the Tigers. And it's a strikeout for Akil Baddoo. We're going bottom 9. And it's Perez who leads off. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, belted, and that's surely going to get down. It might have some carry, just shy of going yard, and Perez has a double to lead off the 9th for Kansas City here at home. Reyes up 1-0 in the count as he hits this to right field to Meadows, and Perez will tag up, heading to third in there safely, and it's Galvin Cross actually who checked in as the pinch runner for him. Olivares tries to bunt him home, but he pops it out to Eric Haas. You do not see that every day, do you? So 2 outs for Joey Wentz. Trying to force extras, but Michael Massey flares it to left. It'll get down, and Gavin Cross will score. The Royals walk us off to take the game and the series. It's only heartbreak here in Detroit until further notice. Kansas City wins the series thanks to a walk-off here in Game 3. Perez gets player of the game thanks to his 2 doubles. Stalmont gets the win thanks to a solid closing performance. And Joey Wentz gets the loss for allowing the winning run. The Tigers dropped the series, and we also dropped to 15-33 on the year. We are bottom 4 with the A's, Giants, and the Nationals right now in the entire league. Now we're going to sim through the 4-game series against the White Sox and a 3-game series against the Rangers to wrap up the month of May. And then we'll get into June next episode. So let's see how we do these next 7 or so games. Well, we have now reached Sunday, and we just won the first 3 games against the White Sox out of nowhere. We took the first game 11-0. Gotta see what happened here. Looks like only 3 hits for Chicago against Erod, who pitched the entire game. Definitely his best game of the entire season. Full game shutout, only 3 hits allowed, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. Really good day for him. And we had 2 home runs for Kerry Carpenter, 1 for Baddoo, 1 for Kreidler. Doubles for Carpenter as well, Meadows, Vierling, and Perez. And we came out on top thanks to great batting and great pitching. Where was this the last month of the season? We also won Game 2. Want to see what happened here. It looks like Baddoo had another great day. He, Green, and Maton all hit home runs and had doubles as well. Looks like Navigado had another RBI and a stolen base. And Lorenzen had maybe one of his best days of the year as he got his 2nd win of the season. And Lang had a hold. Rosenthal got the save. We also took Game 3. And now we'll do some scouting. So we got to 100% for both Raul Lopez and Kareem Logan. They each have around 50% interest, but they have some really good potential. Definitely guys to think about taking, but I think that I'm not going to be taking Logan in the first round because he's going to go in the first round. I don't want to take him with our first pick. But Lopez could be a good 2nd or 3rd round pick. And we're still going to keep scouting Jaime Cordova because he looks pretty solid. Actually, you know what? I think for Cordova, we can say that we pretty much have enough info on him. So we'll find 3 new players to scout now. All right, we're going to be scouting Vinny Fernandez, who is a catcher, supposed to go late in the first round, has really high potential. We're going to get E.K. Ortega scouted, third baseman, should go around round 4 or 5. And then Kevin Weinstein, left fielder, who is not currently on either draft rank, but he could have high potential, so I want to get some info on him. He's only 18 years old, so we need some progress there. But we should get some more info this week on all these guys. And, yeah. And we do drop Game 4 against the White Sox, but then we took the series against the Rangers by winning the first 2 games. So now we're 20-35. Definitely have played some better baseball these last 2 weeks after a horrible month. But we enter June 2023, and we start the month against the White Sox and Phillies on the road. So we're going to wrap up right here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on the series and thoughts on some players. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.